grown man teaching math, some things never change. I know this is supposed to be a gaming channel and this is a pivot, but I had a change of heart. So here's Kills You with Math. I start something simple today. Let's get into the video. Okay, so we're going to start easy, and pretty much everyone is going to do this. Solving quadratics. Okay, so here's a couple of ways you can solve this, and we're going to start with one of the most popular ways, factoring. In your old classes, they may have taught you that how to FOIL, so how to multiply two polynomials together. So if you have this, how to multiply this out into an expression like this. So you would learn the FOIL method. Right? First, I think opposite, inside, and then last. And you would multiply them through, and you would get the terms. You would combine those like terms, and you would call it a day. Well, right now, because this expression is not really easy to solve on its own, you're gonna have to factor, which is the opposite of FOILing. Now, in case you haven't realized, when you FOIL, you're gonna end up, two numbers are gonna end up adding to this number and multiplying to this number. So we're gonna do the opposite. We're gonna ask ourselves, what two numbers add up to this? This is supposed to be 8. So what two numbers add up to this number and multiply to this number? And you're gonna go back to that form, x plus that number times another x plus that number, and you're gonna set that equal to 0. Right? You always want it to 0, and I'll show you why. So when you factor this, you're gonna notice that 5 plus 3 is 8, and 5 times 3 is 15. So we're gonna have x and x, right? Because there's no value here, right? Plus 5, which is one of the numbers, plus 3 is the second number, equals 0. You're wondering, okay, what does this do? Pretty useless. Well, not really, because 0. When you have 0, what do these two numbers or expressions have to multiply to 0? So there are two possibilities. Either this one is going to equal 0, or this one is going to equal 0. So we can use that to set each of them equal to 0. Okay. You can do some algebra that you learned a couple of years back. Subtract 5 on both sides, and you can get x is equal to -5. Same thing here. Okay, next one, this one. So you're going to do the same thing. You can ask yourself what two numbers add up to the middle one and multiply with another one. Pause the video and obviously do it, but after you unpause, you're going to realize that we have the same number twice. 2 plus 2 is 4, 2 times 2 is also 4. So what we're going to have is the same expression twice. Okay, what is the same thing as saying something times something again? Squaring. You're squaring the same thing. Take the square root. That square goes away. The square root of 0 is 0. And you're going to notice that the answer is x equals -2. Since this only has one real solution, which is -2, that means this expression is a perfect square because you can square root it into the same thing twice. This is factoring. This is one way you can do this, and the reason why, and I will try and introduce the other ways like completing the square and the formula, but for now we're gonna leave it here. Okay, so obviously that's it for today, or the first video. Like, subscribe, blah 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 blah. For the next one, if you want to know more, I guess. or struggle with this type of stuff,